The U.S. military is asking for assistance in locating their missing stealth fighter jet. The police are investigating a pop-up bar for the homeless in Denver. And a high school band director was arrested after refusing to stop the band's performance. These are the weird stories from Monday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian inside a closet, baby. Yeah! Get her! The U.S. military is asking the public to help them find the missing $80 million stealth fighter jet. It's pretty stealth, guys. The military can't even find the damn thing. It's very stealth, doing what it was designed to do, not be detected. They did too good of a job designing this F-35 aircraft, apparently. It's gone missing somewhere over South Carolina yesterday. So keep your eye out for this F-35 stealthy jet. I think I might go see if it's behind my apartment or something. Maybe ask if my neighbors have seen it. Hey, have you guys seen an F-35 jet anywhere? It's kind of stealthy. Just trying to find it. What do you get if you find this? A reward? What is the military offering? Let's dive into this story. The military is searching for a missing $80 million stealth fighter. They need the general public to help them find it, they're saying in a statement. They're asking the public to help find the stealthy jet. Now, it says here on yesterday, Sunday, Charleston Air Base in South Carolina noted in multiple social media posts that it was assisting the Marine Corps Air Station in searching for a missing F-35B Lightning II after it was involved in a, quote, mishap. Well, let's find out what this mishap was. Here's a quote on the Facebook post. Really, the military is just making announcements like this on Facebook? Seems awfully strange to me. Here's the Facebook post. The pilot ejected safely and was transferred to a local medical center in stable condition. Emergency response teams are still trying to locate this F-35. The public is asked to cooperate with military and civilian authorities as the effort continues to find this missing stealth F-35. Okay, now the article goes on to say they have a clue of where the last known position of the fighter jet was. So if you guys happen to be in this area, maybe grab your metal detector and go out there and go spelunking for a very expensive stealth jet. You could probably get tens of millions of dollars on eBay for this very stealthy jet. You can even put in the title, so stealthy, the military couldn't find it. So get your stealth jet here on eBay. We'll begin the bidding at 15 mil. But this thing's worth 80 million. See the link I've provided. All right, we have, apparently, according to the air base, the jet's last known position is in the area north of J.B. Charleston around Lake Moultrie and Lake Marion. So anybody up near these lakes, maybe the jet fell into the lake. That's a possibility, in which case you should get your snorkeling gear and get on out there. Put on some floaties, go looking for the jet. It might not be so easy to find this jet, though. It says here when the pilot ejected from the aircraft, it was still in autopilot mode. They have a spokesperson for the military here saying the jet could possibly still be airborne. It could still be flying. So then it might not be in this area north of J.B. Charleston around these two lakes. It could be far from those areas if it's still airborne. How is it still airborne flying? Why did this guy jump out? The pilot got out and left it in autopilot? That seems so strange. All right, so the government also says the transponder is not functional on this stealthy jet for reasons they haven't yet determined. This makes it more difficult to locate the fighter jet, which features stealthy technology that deliberately hides it from radar systems. It's so stealthy. My goodness. Someone asked on Twitter, how is there not a tracking device? And we're asking the public to find a jet and turn it in? What the heck? I agree. Person on Twitter, also known as X. How is there not a tracking device? Well, there's a transponder, which isn't working, but you should have backup tracking devices in case, I don't know, a pilot decides to just jump out while it's still flying for some reason. I still don't know why he did that. What, a spider crawled on his hand? What did you just jump out of an aircraft for, man? It's so crazy. Now, this spokesperson from the military base says, quote, the aircraft is stealth, so it has different coatings, different designs that make it more difficult than a normal aircraft to detect. Yeah, we got it. It's stealthy. I bet you China already has this damn thing. They repainted it. They're going to unveil it next month as their new stealthy fighter jet themselves. The base is saying anyone with information that would assist them in recovering the F-35 stealthy jet. If anybody knows its whereabouts, please contact the 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing Public Affairs Office at 252-466-3827. The local search is also being conducted in coordination with the Federal Aviation Administration. It remains unclear why the pilot ejected from the jet. They're still saying it remains unclear. How about you ask him? I mean, isn't he your employee? Unless he just hasn't been recovered himself. Have you not found the pilot? Did he just eject and then run through the woods? Maybe he's swimming in one of those lakes. You should find this guy and ask him why he ejected from the jet. He should tell you. He's your employee. You should get down to the bottom of this, okay, military? And you shouldn't be posting on Facebook all of your mistakes. I mean, it's a bad look for us. You know what I mean? There's other world powers out there trying to take us down, and you guys are posting your stupidity on Twitter and Facebook. This just seems like some terrible decisions by the military. That's just me. I'm not a military operative of any sort. I know nothing about it. I just wouldn't post my mistakes all over social media. The police are investigating a pop-up bar for the homeless. Wow, what in the trailer park, boys, is this? A pop-up bar for the homeless? The Denver, Colorado police, they say they are investigating an apparent open-air pop-up bar for the homeless on the north edge of downtown Denver. They've included a photo of this, quote, pop-up bar, and it just looks like a homeless encampment. It doesn't look anything. It doesn't look like a legit bar of any sort. I'm a big fan of pop-ups too. You know, I get excited about a pop-up bar, pop-up taco stand, pop-up ice cream spot. I'm into the pop-ups. We love the pop-ups. But I've seen a lot of pop-ups. This doesn't look like a pop-up, but I'm going to keep reading. Maybe it's a pop-up. Here's a quote from Aaron Sanchez, the police chief. We're hearing there was an open bar. We're hearing there were sales of alcohol, things like this. We have officers looking into that. Yeah. You have them looking into it now because you think they're avoiding paying taxes by selling alcohol here and all the like things such as that. Yeah, they ordinarily don't care about the homeless, but you're selling alcohol? Huh? What's going on here? We need our cut. What do you think this is, huh? Sanchez and other police officers visited the encampment a few days ago. I love to imagine that they went undercover dressed as homeless people. Walking up to it. Hey, what's the cover, huh? What's the cover? What do you got? You got a DJ? Is it karaoke night? What is it? They're getting numerous complaints about the encampment blocking the sidewalk and impeding pedestrian access. That's obviously a problem if you're blocking the sidewalk, but I don't know if you've seen these tent places, but they all block the sidewalk, and the police don't seem to do much about it. They take up blocks and blocks and blocks of sidewalk here in downtown LA. You have to walk into the street. Can't even walk on the sidewalk. That just seems to be a thing. The encampment, it says here, features displays of liquor bottles, numerous couches and lounge chairs, recliners and AstroTurf flooring. Large umbrellas offering shade and dozens of empty liquor bottles were actually visible as well. But do they got a disco ball, man? Huh? A disco ball? What's the bathroom situation? Do they have a porta potty, or are you just supposed to go in the corner? How does this work? I've never attended a pop-up homeless bar. Sounds like a fun time, to be honest with you. Sanchez says there's been complaints. Yeah, there's always complaints about the apparent street side tavern. Sanchez says we're looking into all other allegations in regards to the bar setup and along those lines. He was very cryptic. Additionally, he said there have been complaints about the couches and tents being rented out for prostitution that were also being investigated. Renting out the couch for prostitutions, huh? Oh, yeah. Hey, can I get 15 minutes on the couch? 15 minutes? Casanova, slow it down. Who can go for 15 minutes? We'll upgrade you to a tent. How about that, buddy? We have someone named Megan who's probably an expert on homelessness. Oh, yes, she is. She's going to say something very obvious that she gets paid to say. She says this encampment serving liquor to the unhoused is very counterproductive. She quoted a report that says over 80% of the homeless have experienced lifetime alcohol and or drug problems. I know. And communities don't seem to be stepping up to help them overcome these alcohol and drug problems. That's the issue. You know, you're on top of them because they have a pop-up bar, but like, where were you when they needed you? Just when I needed you most. And here's my hot take on the homeless pop-up bar. Who gives a damn? Let them have their own little drinky living room pop-up, whatever the heck they're calling it. Who cares, dude? I mean, they're going to drink anyways, right? You're not going to help them get off the booze, so they're just going to drink. And believe me, they're going to drink in places that are very dangerous. At least seems like a safe space. You know, they're going to be drinking in alleys, along riverbanks. You know, you could be getting drunk along a riverbank. You could trip and fall in and get swept out to sea to your death. At least let them sit on a couch or two, have a little social good time, yeah? Obviously, if they're violating noise regulations, you can't bring in, DJ and have all night until 3 a.m. at the pop-up homeless encampment. But if they're just having some booze and talking, smoking cigarettes, hanging around, they're going to be doing it anyways, bro. Just let them have their little thing. They're not allowed to go to regular bars. They're not allowed in restaurants. They get shunned and turned away because of what they're wearing, what they look like, what they smell like, you know? I mean, so, and look I'm not sympathetic so much for homeless. I'm just not, but I'm like, I just feel like don't meddle in the affairs of other people if they're not harming anybody. Let people just live their life, man. You know, if you're not committing a violent crime, bring your attention to violent crime. The police have so much to deal with. You're going to mess with this stuff? Oh, I go on and on about these things every time. It's like the police are always just going after shit they shouldn't even be doing. I don't know. I'm hungover, and I don't even want to do this.
Want to create your own podcast? Spotify's platform lets you easily make, record, and distribute a podcast everywhere, even earn money all in one place for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Record, edit on your phone or your computer, send it to Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard. They even have video recording options. Spotify for Podcasters allows you to earn money with ads and subscriptions as well. Best of all, it's free. Try it. Download Spotify for Podcasters or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your life, man.
Yay! A high school band director is arrested after refusing to end the band's performance. This story is out of Birmingham, Alabama. A high school band director was shocked with a stun gun and tased and arrested after the Birmingham police say he wouldn't tell his band to stop playing. My goodness. The show must go on. So this guy believes. Let's find out the details. Why wouldn't he tell his band to stop playing? The local media reports that Minor High School's band director was arrested. That's the name of the high school, Minor High Schools. This was Thursday night after a football game between Minor and Jackson. The band director is charged with disorderly conduct, harassment, and resisting arrest. We have a police officer in the story named Truman who said the police were trying to clear the stadium at Jackson after the game and asked both bands to stop playing so that people would no longer linger around the stadium. Police say the Jackson Olin band stopped performing as instructed, but then the band director, disregarding the officer's orders, told his students to begin playing again and to keep playing. Why? Police officers accompanied by school security guards went to arrest the band director for disorderly conduct. That's when he got into a scuffle with them. The officer says the band director refused to place his hands behind his back, shoved an officer. One of the officers tased the band director with a taser right in front of the kids trying to play their flutes. What's that noise? Oh, it's just the band director getting tased right in front of us. We're all going to need therapy after this. This poor band's going to need some therapy. This is unbelievable, man. This guy really thinks the show must go on, really believes in the music. Maybe that was the song that they really worked hard on. and they weren't going to have time to do it. And they just really practiced it a lot. He's like, "Come on, guys, now we got to nail this one. All right, let's do what we had planned." Oh man, I just got to see this on video. I have to. I love to imagine the guy. The band director has those little sticks, right? Like a conductor, I imagine, right? Directing it. And then I picture him laying on the ground getting tased and still moving the sticks. Just like, ugh, keep going. Ugh, keep it going. Ugh. Sir, put the sticks down, sir. This is the last time we're going to tell you. Put the sticks down or we'll shoot. This is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. It says here the paramedics treated the band director and took him to a hospital to be checked out. He was booked into jail shortly after. The county school superintendent, Walter, said that he's gathering facts himself and declined further comment for now. He said, quote, "I urge everyone not to jump to any conclusions at this point." The article seems rather thorough, but the one item that I would love to know is what was the song that he was playing? He was so intent on playing in the face of direct orders from local police. Just, I mean, some victory song because they won? And they're like, "No, we're playing the victory song. Our team won." I can kind of see that on principle, you know. But then again, I'd also like to imagine it was some hilarious song like "Baby Got Back" or something. Just continue going. "Stop playing Baby Got Back. It's inappropriate." Or some twerk-centric song such as that. Is that a phrase? Twerk-centric? Did I just make that up? The kids really love that twerk-centric music, Harold. Sure do. I heard twerk-central music at a football game recently. Even the bands are playing it. My goodness. It's very offensive. I wish someone would tase that band director. My good. Oh, someone is tasing the band director. That is I never thought I'd see the day. See the day a guy get tased. Still wiggling his sticks. I appreciate you spending some time with me in the Weird AF News podcast today. You're like family to me. And I want to tell you, I'm so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. This is your handy-dandy host, your trusty sidekick, Jonesy, helping you get through the day with some weird news. And I apologize that I wasn't very funny today because my brain is not very sharp. I'm doing the best I can. It's a miracle that I can even read right now. I'm seeing blurry stuff. Just kidding, guys. I got my readers on. Doing a good thing here. Anyways, I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you enjoyed the Florida Friday story. And I want to give shout-outs to everyone who requested me on Cameo over the weekend. I was pretty surprised to see I had a few requests. People asking Jonesy to make a birthday video, this sort of thing. Very, very cool. I didn't know it would be successful at all. I just opened a Cameo account and thought, well, better to have one than not. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get 2 orders a year or something, because I'm not a celeb, let's face it. But anyways, yeah, over the weekend got some requests, so I'll be making those videos in the next 24 hours. You can be sure of that, those of you who ordered on Cameo. And if you want to find me on Cameo, it's Comedian Jonesy. Pretty simple. There's a link in the description of the podcast, too. Or just email me. I'll send you the link. If you are on our mailing list, the Weird AF News mailing list, and you got that email, that has the link in it, too. If you want to join the mailing list, just email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. I send maybe 3 emails a year, but they're always pretty important. You know, it's usually like a celebration, like, oh, I just hit 4 million downloads, or hey, I just joined this, and you can find me here and connect with me, this kind of thing. That kind of stuff. So, funnyjones@gmail.com. If you want to call the show, 646-450-2012. That's pretty cool. Leave me a voicemail if you'd like. And lastly, if you'd like to support the show in other ways, you can join the Patreon. That's a way to do it. Go to my website, weirdafnews.com. You can buy me a coffee or join the Patreon. And that's great. And I have to go back to bed right now, so bye.
Hello, fellow weirdos. It's Michael from Iowa City calling. Today is Friday, September 15th, and International Podcasters Day is coming up in just 2 weeks. It's on Saturday, September 30th. And in honor of that day, and in honor of our favorite podcast host, Jonesy, of course, I want to ask all of you fellow weirdos to consider making a donation of some sort in order to support Jonesy and the hard work that he puts in bringing this daily podcast to all of us for our enjoyment and distraction, laughter and levity, and for the relief that he brings us from all of the doom and gloom of the regular news on all of the other types of news podcasts and news outlet sources that are out there. You know, he works very hard on a daily basis to bring us this podcast, and I just want to show support for him. So I'm launching this initiative. We've got 2 weeks in order to donate to Jonesy in whatever way possible. There are the usual outlets by joining the Patreon and becoming an ongoing member. It costs as little as $2 a month. That's just a dime a day to support Jonesy on an ongoing basis. You can buy Jonesy a cup of coffee. That's as little as $2 to make, a one-time donation to Jonesy to help support him. You can go on to weirdafnews.com, click the button and make a donation by buying a cup of coffee, or click the PayPal button and make a monetary donation in any dollar amount that you choose, or contact Jonesy directly. Call the show at 646-450-2012 and ask Jonesy for his address, and he'll get that to you. So you can send him a gift if you'd like to just to support him and let you know that you care about him and that you love him, because all of us weirdos do. We just love him in every way to show him that we support him and that we really believe in what he's doing here by bringing us this daily podcast. So for the next 2 weeks, let's show our love and support for Jonesy by supporting him and showing him for International Podcast Day on September 30th that we really believe in this podcast and what he's doing with Weird AF News. All right, everyone. Thank you for the consideration of this donation and this podcast support that we're showing here now. And from Iowa City, I love all you weirdos, and I appreciate all you all very much and your consideration of this. Take care.
Yay!